What a win. What a win. And that's what they drenched the locker room, so that's what took me a little bit longer. But what an unbelievable fight. And from the start, how aggressive we came out, and it started with our seniors, Aaliyah Dunham and Ari Gray. It started with those two. And then Sarah Leindecker gave us great minutes and Deja Ross. And that's what I said. They will forever remember that their last home game was a dub. So just proud of how they came out, and we put 40 minutes together. 40 minutes together.
Yeah. And especially this effort coming off of Wednesday where it completely was not your night. This really, for what you've been telling us and talking about in terms of effort all the time, building for the next level, this really checked all those boxes. How rewarding is it to see what happened here today after what happened Wednesday?
It's very rewarding, and it's confidence moving forward. It sums up what we talk about all the time in practice, and they carried over in every category in the game, and that's what it's about. It's the buy-in and belief, and then the discipline to go out there and execute the game plan, what you're trying to have them do. So just so proud of all of them and the staff for getting that dub.
Yeah, you guys, the hustle was there. 19 points off turnovers. Georgetown only had 5, but turned Georgetown over 21 times, and a lot of that was hustle plays on both ends. And how did you feel like that translated from your vantage point?
I thought it was huge because that's where we felt we needed. They have a lot of height. They're big. And so we said, okay, how are we going to combat that size? We have speed. We have athleticism. So they make teams, and they did this to Seton Hall prior to our game against Seton Hall. They make you play in the 40s and 50s and slow you down and make it a half-court game. And we said we got to speed it up. And the controlling the tempo of who has it more was going to be the winner today. And our kids had the tempo the whole game. We sped them up and made them play a little bit faster than they wanted to play, and that was huge for us to get this.
Important today, the start. You got out to an excellent start. I think 4 for 4, and then the first media timeout. But I think even more importantly there, you held on to Georgetown didn't lead today. So that's something you're going to be able to put in. What's that do for your team?
That's huge growth. That's huge growth because we've been in situations where we've had a lead in some big games and we lost the lead and then it was hard to come back. And that's growth, and that's where experience out on the court, that was huge. And that was starting with our point guard, Aaliyah Dunham. I thought she did a great job of being the coach on the floor and settling us down when we did take some quick shots, and then also executing on the offensive end and running our actions, and then, making her free throws at the end to put the game away and ice the game. So
that's some solid defensive plays for her as well, and they were important.
They were huge, and she was up picking up full court. She got a couple pick sixes, we like to call them, and finished. So, for her, it starts with her defense, and she brought it tonight.
And we were talking about your enthusiasm, and I saw at one point she got a steal. It was right after she got the steal on the inbound pass, and then she almost got a second steal and almost did it back-to-back, and then she picked up a foul. But, you were still, there encouraging her. And it seemed like your energy and the bench's energy and everybody's energy was translating, which was great to see as a way to close out the season and go into the Big East tournament. So was that something that you mentioned to them at all? Like, hey, look, we had it here. We had this energy. Now let's keep this moving.
Yeah, and, our number one key was fight for 40, right? So fight for 40, not 5 minutes, not 10 minutes, not a half. Yeah, Mike, thanks for that. Fight for 40 minutes, and they bought into that. And the energy and excitement, we knew we wanted to send this senior class out with a win at Cintas. And, I think we all got energy and excitement from the men's game yesterday. How could you not? And I think that rubbed off to our team today of, like, let's go get that dub with the men, and let's go 2-0 on senior night.
Yeah, you got that balance, and this is kind of, I know it's been a short season, but this is kind of where you sort of envision this season going. Ari Gray didn't have to do all the work. She got some support, and 3 assists shy of a triple-double.
That's what we talked about. This was probably Ari Gray's best all-around game I've ever seen her play. She was playing hard on defense. She was scoring and shooting at a high percentage. She rebounded, and 7 assists. Are you kidding me? So I thought she stayed within herself today and just played hard, and you could tell she wanted to win for her senior class and for this team.
You got a nice day in the post as well from Yaya. So talk about what it was like to see her. Came up with a couple of steals, ran the floor well, scored in transition. Some great stuff from her.
Yeah, Yanni had a great game. I thought she just sat low, demanded the ball, wanted it, and made some nice moves and finished. So that was good to see that as well. And I'm just so excited for all of them to come together.
We'll give you one more. Nia Clark, 2 points, but did a lot of other things that aren't going to show up on a stat sheet. Big charge that she took down the stretch when Georgetown was making a little bit of a run.
No doubt. And Nia, she wasn't playing well, maybe kind of, overthinking it that she wasn't playing well. And one time out, I went at her and I challenged her. I said, come on, Nia, you're better than that. And she came out, got a steal and a charge. So she answered the call. She answered the challenge. And she's a heck of a player. She's a high-level guard for us. And I'm just so glad that she ended on a high note. And that's confidence moving into the Big East tournament.
Fantastic. Congratulations. Fun day, energetic day, and I'm glad it paid off for you.
No doubt. Thanks, guys. Appreciate all you do. Go X.